What is going on, traders? I hope you guys crushed it today. We are back finally. Thank you for all the nice messages left for me, guys. Yesterday I was feeling under the weather, so I couldn't make a video, but I woke up today. I feel great. We had a phenomenal day. If you're part of the Daily Sniper, please let everyone know what they are missing out on. Let them know how your day went today right now in the comments below. Let's get into this. So today I was mainly focused on options, guys. That is what I do to make my money. I'm an options trader, and I do futures after my options account's done first. First things first, guys, I ended up alerting puts around 20 minutes, 15 minutes in, guys. This candle right here touched the downtrend line. I immediately got in here. We rode this down. The next trade I ended up getting, guys, was calls at 486.50. The reason why I'm doing calls at 486.50 is I told you guys, when SPY is trading at all-time highs, it respects full dollar and half dollar amounts. So 486, 48, or 486.50, 487, 487.50, etc. This is where we ended up getting calls out, okay? And this ended up being one of the lows of the low of the morning. This move freaking printed, guys. I didn't keep runners. I got in and out. I learned to sell the move as soon as these go in the money. I got 486 calls, brought them in the money, the 487, and that's all I had to do. That's all I wanted to do. We took a lot of trades today, guys. I'm just trying to go over which ones were the best. The last trade I ended up taking was puts. 487 puts on same days, guys. I ended up getting same day puts at this candle right here. You see this orange line? This is the 21 EMA. All day, every time we came up to touch it, sold off. Touch it, sold off. Touch it, sold off. This is why I got back in. As well as we broke through 486.50. You see how this was a previous support? We had two support wicks here. We came back down. We broke through it. Okay, and then we have we made the previous support a resistance. So support here, and we came back up, rejected, came back up, rejected, and then we had a big powerful move through the previous resistance, through the 200 EMA, this red line, and we came to 487. If you look at the screen, 487, this one comes to the full dollar and half dollar amounts. 487 ended up being the floor in the pre-market this morning. So this is the level we made here. All morning, guys, we were holding this as support. As soon as we broke underneath it, we bounced immediately. 487 was a floor. You see this candle right here? You see how we just broke through it and we did not retest it? SPY always retest previous floors and previous ceilings. So we broke through 486.50, then we broke through the 200 EMA, which is a magnet, and then we hit the previous floor, the previous support of the day. First reaction, hit the puts, we made it into a resistance and sold off. That was the one and done play. That play was so perfect, it took us to new lows on the day. The next trade I ended up getting into was 485.50 calls. Again, where did the 50 come from? Full dollar, half dollar amount. SPY respects it at these levels. We ended up hitting the calls here, and this absolutely printed again. Obviously, you sell in one bar. Sorry, I didn't even get into this play. The Discord got into this play. I was hitting calls. Where did I hit the calls? I hit calls somewhere around here, okay? I can't remember. I don't want to lie to you guys, but the Discord, shout out to Accident, who's literally buying the bottom at 485.50. Hit those calls there, and that absolutely printed. And that was pretty much it. We had a nice bounce, or initial bounce off 485. You look at 485, it was a previous resistance of yesterday. So once we come back down to a resistance to make it support, this is why we had that big bounce there. We were selling off. We ended up selling off in the after hours, but we're coming back up. So we're going to wait to see what tomorrow brings. The next trade I ended up entering, guys, was Tesla. I ended up playing the Tesla earnings, and Dimitri and myself, we ended up buying. My cost average was 196.60, and Dimitri got in at 195.60, if I'm not mistaken. Ended up being one of the best levels, guys. We instantly made $1,000 in this one move, just bam, just off of shares, okay? Picture perfect. This was a YOLO trade. It wasn't like an educated play. It was extremely sold off, it was extremely bearish, and it was selling off, oversold, so we ended up just taking the YOLO risk. We only got a couple hundred shares each. But this, again, this printed heavily. Options account, we're in the decent four figures. Futures account, guys, I'm up like $700 if I'm not mistaken. I have 20 accounts now, guys. Those are all funded. I have not been paid from Apex as of yet. I haven't been able to get to that stage. This has been a learning curve, especially when you're playing with Apex, guys. So I'll let you guys know how these accounts go. Hopefully I don't blow them up, but we're on a good roll right now. So moving into tomorrow, what are we going to be watching? We're going to be watching the previous supports and resistances. So first things first, guys, 485.50. I'm going to make this a big line just so you guys know. It was a previous pre-market resistance, and we made it support today and had a big bounce. And now we're floating around this level. If 485.50 becomes a support, where are you going to sell? 486. If 486 support happens, where are we going to sell? 486.50. The daily candle right now is extremely bearish, guys. So let's focus on the put side just in case. If we end up gapping up tomorrow for some random reason, I will be updating that trading plan. But for right now, let's look at the bearish case scenario. Why? Because the daily candle is bearish. I'm going to be looking at and watching the pre-market. No, I'm going to be watching 484.45. Okay, I'm going to be watching the low of the pre-market so far, guys. This is going to be the make or break it level, 484.45. If this ends up being a rejection, where's it going to go? It's going to go all the way back down to the previous support of 483.75. If we end up making 483.75 a resistance, where are we selling to? We're going to be testing out the lows from yesterday, 482.89, but we do have a gap at 482.43. So my eyes are going to be on this gap. Imagine a massive magnet down here. It's going to try to pull SPY to try to fill this gap. So we are going to play the gap close reversal. Where SPY previously closed at, it leaves a gap in case it ends up gapping up or down. We have a gap to fill. So this level, 482.43, is going to be a great level for calls. Being at the levels we're at right now, I don't necessarily like buying calls. I'm more bearish on the market, especially at these levels. But we got to play the trend. The trend is bullish. We've been bullish. So now we're looking for the best entrances to buy calls until we are proven wrong. So as of right now, if we gap down in the 470s tomorrow, like obviously just don't buy calls, right? But if we do come back down here, this will be known as a gap close reversal. I really think we can get at least $1 a point or 2-point move on SPY just from playing here. So the pre-market, you can even go from the low of today, guys, 485. 485 is going to be the make or break at level 2. We gap down, we come back up to retest 485. If the previous support, the low of yesterday, ends up being a resistance, of course we're going to hit puts, and these puts are probably going to go down 3 points and fill this gap. In my opinion, it's not financial advice, but that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I'm going to be live streaming for free on Friday. There's a lot of people who want to join the program. There's a lot of people who are skeptical about it. So I'm going to go live for free on the Discord all of Friday. We're going to have the moderators there. We're going to be live on YouTube so you guys can join us. We do have a 5-day free trial right now, but we are going to close that because we notice a lot of people with the same usernames are doing a free trial under their name, and then they're doing another free trial under someone else's name. So it's getting too much. So we're going to end up closing that and probably going live once a week for you guys to earn our trust and to show you what we do. Just read the comments down below, guys. Today, we have been crushing it, guys. If you have Instagram, follow me. It's the same as my YouTube, Sniper Trader 101. I post intraday stories about how we're doing on the day, how the chat's doing, what plays we've hit. So make sure you subscribe down below. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching these videos. We are going to crush it tomorrow. I will be live at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And Friday, I'm going to be on all day on Friday. Make sure you are there if you're not a part of the Discord. And that's it, everyone. Take care, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.